Hello everyone and welcome back, finally, to another episode of the definitive Skyrim Let's Play. I think this is episode 13 now, and first of all, let me just apologize for the gap in uploads. I know it has been a while, probably coming up on 2 weeks now or so. The past like 2 weeks, they've been pretty busy. Things have been really getting going in grad school. I am a PhD student, so I've been focused on that, and I've also been spending some time playing some other games. A big expansion is coming out for Destiny, which is another game I play, coming out just next week, and so I've been playing a lot of that to get ready for the new expansion, and so I haven't had as much time to focus on uploading to the series, but don't worry. It's still going. I'll hopefully try to make up for the gap and upload a couple of videos quickly. But yeah, I'm excited to be back. I'm recording this about midnight on election night in the United States. So things are a bit tense right now, so I thought I'd spend some time focusing on something a bit more enjoyable, like Skyrim. And so, getting into the gameplay now, last episode we had just finished clearing out White River Watch. We were on our way to Valtheim Towers, where we have a quest to kill some bandits. But we noticed there were some bandits hanging out by White River Watch, and we figured we might as well take a look at that. So we cleared out those bandits, pushed their boss down a cliff, and now we are continuing our journey to Valtheim Towers. And so this is the first time that Coemgin has journeyed in this particular direction. We've explored a lot around Whiterun, but still plenty left to be discovered. So as we make our way to Valtheim Towers, we're going to take our time. We're going to scope around caves and camps. For example, this cave. Ooh, and from the looks of it, there's some trolls. And it looks like... So trolls have inherent health regeneration. I'm not sure what it's like in the base game anymore. But with the current modded setup I have, they have really fast health regeneration. So that's going to be a struggle, because even if we can get off some sneak attacks, if we don't follow up quick enough, they'll just regen that health back. So this will be tough. Very fortunate for us, though, we have Calm. And these trolls are low enough level that we can take advantage of our illusion magic. And so we can do a decent chunk of damage with our dagger attack, our stealth dagger attack. But you can see that health regeneration is just ridiculous, so we're going to have to move quickly. And we can't miss out on sneak attacks like we did there. So this is definitely a tense situation here. Getting lots of sneak increase at least. But yeah, this is a tough spot. It's definitely possible for us to take out these trolls, but it's going to be difficult. And so while I was a bit worried, and I imagine Coemgin was probably a bit worried, we could take some solace in the fact that as long as we kept our magicka up, we basically are invincible, and that we can keep on controlling the minds of these trolls. So this is just another example of how effective illusion magic can be. And why we are choosing to focus on it. Now there is a unique item that we picked up, Froki's bow. Nothing too spectacular, but it's a unique item nonetheless. So one of the things we will want to collect on our journey to 100% completion. So we have one troll down, but there's still one left. That actually did a bit more damage than I expected. But I just don't think we'll be able to use archery quick enough. But we were able to finish off that troll with sneak attacks. That was quite the encounter. I think we had maybe a lucky damage roll at the end there. So I actually think that was our first experience with trolls. And so while they definitely proved to be a difficult enemy, especially going up against two of them, I think we've shown that we are capable of taking them out. But they definitely are an enemy that deserves some respect. Taking it pretty slow here. I'm expecting there to be some more wildlife like wolves, maybe a saber-tooth cat hanging around. So far it looks like we're in the clear. But we're going to explore this Nordic ruin of sorts. It looks like there's another standing stone. We're gonna have to deal with this necromancer, it looks like.
Is someone there?
So although we took out the necromancer, it looks like at least one of their skeletons were still able to be conjured. And we're not doing much with the bow. And it's resisting our calm spell. So we did some decent damage with our dagger. So that's how we're going to finish it off. So yeah, another standing stone, although not one that we will take. We are still rocking the thief stone, since we are still using stealth quite heavily. Like I said, as we make our way to Valtheim Towers, which we can now see in the distance, we're going to continue to explore the area. So it looks like we have a Stormcloak camp. And as I've said before, Coemgin is not particularly fond of the Stormcloaks. he definitely is biased towards the Empire, although we haven't made any binding decisions yet about who we support. But until then, although we don't support them, we're gonna leave the Stormcloaks alone. Don't want to make enemies just yet. But it's good to know, Coemgin's definitely taking note that, hey, there's a Stormcloak camp near Whiterun. Something that will certainly be valuable knowledge if he does eventually make a decision about the Civil War. And so we are being detected, and we can hear the sound of some wolves in the distance, so like we were expecting, there does seem to be some predators lurking. Although I can't seem to find them. Oh. Ooh. I wasn't really sure if that shot was going to hit, but that was a very satisfying kill cam. So yeah, there we go. Valtheim Towers, off in the distance. But before we head there, we're gonna take a look at what's going on over here to the right. It looks like there might be some giants. Giants certainly are a formidable foe. But we might see if we can use the terrain here to our advantage, find a good vantage point, and might be able to whittle away at these giants from a distance where they can't get to us. So yeah, definitely two giants. We're still trying to find a good place to engage from. Alright, so we got the sneak attack. It's not doing a whole bunch. Doing like 40 damage per sneak attack. Even less than that for just a regular shot. It looks like we're safe in this position, but whether intentionally or not, these giants are hiding out of view of us, so we can't continue to damage them. And it doesn't look like our Spectral Wolf is going to be able to do much to them either. So we're probably going to have to make a move to some other location where we have a better angle on them. Look at that giant just dodging. Something tells me that giants wouldn't have juke moves like that. So with this guy here, we might be able to just go ahead and start using some destruction magic on him. So we have one giant, almost to half health. The other one still pretty close to full, and unfortunately it looks like they found a way to get to us. So we're gonna have to make a run for it, and though it didn't look like that steep of a drop, ended up taking quite a bit of fall damage. So we know there's that Stormcloak camp. So we'll see how far these giants follow. But in the case that they pursue us pretty heavily, we can always retreat to that camp. Certainly don't mind sparing a few Stormcloak soldiers to keep us alive. And so they are still following. And it might be in our best interest to just go ahead and lead them all the way to the camp. So it looks like perhaps only one might be following us. The giant continues to sidestep our arrows. And it is... we're kind of safe here, but this is not a great position to be in. Fortunately, we were able to get it to run a bit farther away from the camp so that we had a clear shot to run to the camp before it was kind of blocking our way. But let's see how these Stormcloaks do against this giant.
This should be
Trying to fight a giant with flames in the wide open probably isn't the best idea. Try to hide behind this tent and let the Stormcloaks handle the giant. Also need to make sure we avoid damaging the Stormcloaks to avoid turning them hostile. So okay, the first giant's down. Surprise, it looks like no Stormcloaks died. Normally I might be interested in picking up that bear pelt, but we don't have a lot to spare in terms of carry weight, so we'll leave it behind. But alright, that's one giant down. We have one left. I think that other giant is still pretty much full health. So we might have to lead it back to the camp once again. Not quite sure where this giant is heading, actually. It's not going towards its camp. Trying to see if I had any potential poisons to use, but it doesn't look like I have much. Now I don't know where the giant is. I hear it. Oh, alright. So we have a chance for another sneak attack. Try to do a little bit of damage. Done maybe a quarter. Approaching a third damage on the giant. I think the best bet is to just go ahead and run back to the Stormcloaks. So, I'm not exactly sure what's going on with the AI here. Giant looked like it was chasing after the horses. Now it's just kind of chilling. Doesn't really seem to be engaging with the soldiers just yet. Maybe that'll change now. Yeah, there's one soldier down. There's two. So this giant seems to be doing a lot better against these Stormcloaks than the first one. Maybe the first one did some damage to them that we didn't realize. It's really not looking too good for these Stormcloaks. That giant has now killed 3 or 4 of them. But I think we're going to be able to finish him off. Alright, so that's 2 giants down. We're going to be able to go back to their camp and see if there's any loot there for us. And more importantly, and one of the reasons why I like clearing it out is it gives us a really great vantage point of Valtheim Towers. It gives us the opportunity to have some high ground and get some nice long-range archery kills on some of the guards, some of the bandits at Valtheim's. And while not inherently good for us right now, these giants did manage to take out quite a few Stormcloaks. So, in the long run, probably isn't a bad side effect.
Talos guide you.
And so in this brief break, as we just head back to the Giants' camp and collect any loot that's there, I want to get back to some of the things I said at the beginning. So I've been playing a lot of Destiny, as I said, and my plan is to try to start recording some stuff with Destiny. I'll see how things go. I do play Destiny on PS4 as opposed to PC most of the time, so I will have to figure out the best way to record gameplay on console. But assuming I figure that out, with the new expansion I do plan on trying to make some videos there. A big thing in Destiny are the raids. These are 6-man activities, puzzles, problem solving, and some usually very mechanically heavy and challenging boss fights. And so I might be trying to make some videos with the raid, especially in my first clear, and we'll see what other content I might make some videos on, but that'll be something to look out for in the coming weeks. And as the channel continues to go on and grow, I will be trying to expand out to other games. In the end, I want this to be a variety gaming channel, along with some other random topics. Might be making some videos about the things I'm doing in my PhD, about my research, and I might try to incorporate my fiance into some of my videos as well. Maybe us playing some games together, maybe getting her into some things like Skyrim, but we'll see. I'm excited about, I have quite a few ideas, but I haven't quite had the chance to go ahead and start recording any of those things, but I'm excited, and hopefully there will be a positive response from all of you, the viewers. And so we've pretty much cleared out all the loot here. Able to get some gold and some other things. Nothing too special, but welcome nonetheless. So I have a nice little vantage point here. Some nice views. Even though the game is nearly 10 years old at this point, still is quite a great looking game. Some really, really beautiful views. And so I'm gonna drop down and we can try to find a good vantage point on Valtheim Towers. I am a little hesitant because I know oftentimes there can be some animal spawns here, trolls, spiders, but I'm not seeing anything right now, so we might be in the clear. I'm gonna launch a few arrows just to see if I might startle anything, but it looks like we're clear. I do have a mod that reduces the wild animal spawns a little bit, so that it's not quite as frequent as in the base game. Looks like we have some orichalcum ore here. Fortunately, I don't think I'm gonna be able to hold on to it, but we'll take the experience and the opportunity to find some gems. Just gonna go ahead and drop the rest of the ore. It's just not really worth it at this stage. But here you go, as you can see, we have a view of one lookout on top of the tower. And look at that. There's one shot, one kill. We have another guy standing guard at the bottom. Let's see if we can land our shot.
Nothing.
We do get a shot, but she's still alive. See if we can get a follow-up shot. And there we go, we hit that shot. Not a kill, but still, we're hitting our shots. Looks like we're going to be off. I think that's actually the bandit chief there at the top. Missed our mark a little bit there. There we go, no kill cam, but we're getting some shots here. But yeah, so we have this great vantage point here. They really have no clue where these arrows are coming from. Now we landed the two easiest shots, those two bandits that were closest to us, so the rest will be a bit challenging. But we might stay around here a little bit longer and see if we can pick anybody else off. Make a movement a little bit closer. We can see some movement up on that other tower, but unfortunately we don't really have a clear shot. But you can see Coemgin's way of handling these types of encounters is still remaining pretty much the same. Using stealth, angles, shadows, all of that to his advantage. Taking sneak attacks, primarily using archery, to avoid more face-to-face engagements. And of course, when necessary, using destruction, and now also illusion when things get a bit more complicated. And as we saw with those trolls, being able to use illusion is very helpful because we can completely disengage from some fights that would pretty much be an ensured defeat. So there's still that bandit there that might spot us, but we're going to try to sneak around. Looks like he might have saw us a little bit. What we really want to do is get up on this tower and see if we can get some new vantage points. So we actually have this bandit over here to the right. I kind of forgot about him. But it looks like we're able to take him out. Now I want to see if this other bandit on the bridge here might patrol at all towards that other tower. Give us an opportunity to target his back rather than potentially having him spot us. But we might have an angle here.
Is someone there?
So even though we got that kill cam, looks like we hit something. So I want to see, it looks like we can draw them towards the other tower, and that lets us shoot them right in the back. So there we go. We have the bandit chief left over in the other tower. And I can't remember, I think there might be another bandit in that tower lower down. I would really like to land a shot or two from over here. But with all of these structures in the way, it's looking like it's going to be difficult. So at this point, we are pretty much going to have to make our way to the other tower and take some closer engagements. So I might try to see if perhaps we can find another angle over here. After we loot this bandit, of course. So we see this bandit yet again, but we'll have to see if we can
What was that?
thread the needle. And so far, it looks like we won't be able to do that. Okay, we landed one shot. But we'll see, they might be able to find out where we are.
Hello? Who's there?
Yep, so we see at least one bandit making their way towards us. They're level 5, so we should be able to make use of our illusion magic again. We can take out the chief too, so that's really nice.
What was that? Ha! Found you! Huh? Thought I heard something.
See, this is where illusion magic is really powerful. We can just keep calming, stealth attack, calm, stealth attack, until all the enemies are dead. So as we continue to grow in power with illusion, we're going to be able to continue to affect higher and higher level enemies, expanding what we're going to be able to do with illusion. And now, an invisible enemy is proving a hard target to hit with our spells. Fortunately for us, they do appear to be in a flee mode.
Damn.
Yeah, they're running away from us, so... On the bright side, they're not attacking us. But between it being dark and them being invisible, it's really hard to see where they are.
So much.
Hopefully they don't... They have another invisibility potion. It's a bit ridiculous, I think. Gonna see if we can just let our wolf take care of business here.
You're mine.
I think the bandit used 6 or 7 invisibility potions there. They do have an alchemy table here, I guess, so maybe we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe one of them knew illusion. Excuse me, alchemy. At any rate, that should be Valtheim Towers cleared. So we're going to be able to take a look at what loot is here. So yeah, you can see they have an alchemy table there. Then I think it's getting pretty late. So I think we're going to go ahead and probably spend the night here in the tower. And then in the morning, we'll be able to head back to Whiterun. Sell some stuff. Collect our rewards. And then continue on. We have quite a few more bounties for bandits. Lots of bandits around Whiterun. Which means plenty of opportunity for us to earn some gold. So what's cool is, in addition to just adding the functionality of cloaks to Skyrim, the Cloaks of Skyrim mod also adds some unique cloaks in certain locations, and this happens to be one of them. We picked up that scaled cloak. So I think that's pretty cool. So there's this skill book here that for whatever reason has sunk into the floor here underneath the table. So I'm going to use the console real quick, TCL, just so we can pick them up. Going to try to avoid using console as much as possible. But in a case like that, we'll use the console if it means solving glitches. And so now this is really nice. We have an enchanted bow. Bow of Butchery. Not entirely sure what that enchantment is. So it looks like we do a bit of extra damage when we get a kill on the following target. So we get one sneak attack, the next sneak attack does even more, which sounds good to me. So that's a nice pickup. So like I said, we're gonna spend the night here. We're gonna take a moment to level up. We'll have a few perk points. Not entirely sure what I want to spend them on right now. Can always continue investing in sneak. It's always an option. And a lot of these perks are really nice, and we definitely want to pick them up. But it's tough to say if we want to pick them up just yet. We also have a lot of archery perks. All of these are things we're going to want to grab eventually. But again, it's tough because we only have 2 perk points right now. We have at least, I'd say, probably 6 or 7 perks that we'd like to grab that are available. Plenty of perks in the illusion tree that we're going to want to grab, but haven't had much opportunity to level illusion just yet, but we are starting to make some progress there. And so we have, especially with illusion, that allows us to use our dagger a bit more. So I will invest in that perk since we'll want to go up there eventually. Eventually, I want to invest in some alchemy. I don't know if it's quite yet time to start investing. We haven't done a lot of alchemy. Maybe we can try to start changing that. And yeah, I think we'll go ahead, start investing in alchemy. But you know, there's just a lot of perks that we want to grab. So as we continue to level up, we'll continue to grab those perks, get stronger. But like I said, we're gonna spend the night here, so we're gonna start wrapping things up. But I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Hope you're glad this series is back after the brief recess. Like I said, I'm gonna do my best to get out quite a few videos in the next few days to catch back up. But as always, I appreciate everyone watching. Especially appreciate your patience between uploads right now. Eventually, we'll get into a steady schedule as I continue to get used to this whole YouTube thing. But once again, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next episode.